We've seen how we can go in and modify a product using the product prompts. But what if a prompt does not exist? Let's find out how we can create a custom prompt for a product. Before we do this though, we need to draw a product. So inside our common category, let's access our product library, and I'm just going to go ahead and draw a one-door base. I'm going to accept the defaults. And I'm going to zoom out just a hair. And now what we need to do is we need to export this to our spreadsheet so that we can add that custom prompt. To do this, while still in our product library, go to the blue text products and select Export Products to Spreadsheet. Now this time we're not going to select part of our product, but instead part of our product number. And one way to determine which one you need to select is if you selected the product first and look down in your command line, it would tell you that 0 were found. That means you need to go in and try the product number, and that's how I got 1 found. Once your products are selected, right-click, and then the program will tell us when they've been exported. Now we need to access our spreadsheet for this product. So while in our common category still, let's access Overdrive Pro. Then we need to access the spreadsheet for this product. So it's always a good habit to select the product first, then right-click on it, and go to Show Parts List. The reason we do this is because if you just right-click, you're not quite sure which product you're getting. If we highlight it, then we know exactly what product we're getting. Now before we modify any of our cut parts, let's go over to our prompts and let's add that custom prompt. I'm going to go ahead and add a new row at line 10, so I'm going to right-click, go to Insert, and I want to insert an entire row. It shifts everything down for me, so now I'm going to create that new custom prompt, and I'm going to call it Adjustable Shelf Angle. And now I need to give it a default value, so I'm going to say 10 degrees is fine. And my control type, because I want the user to be able to change that angle to pretty much anything they want, I'm going to use a control type of 1, which is an edit box. If we wanted to enter a help text to further explain what that variable does, we could do that here. So once we have this information entered, we need to define it so the program knows that this is an actual variable instead of just text reference. So I need to select the value cell of my prompt, right-click on it, and go to Define Name. It'll tell me that it's been added, and now instead of a value of 10 in my name box, I'm actually seeing my variable name. If you typed in spaces, the program would convert those to underscores because a space is an illegal character. So now our prompt is added, let's go use it. So let's go back to our Cut Parts tab, and I'm going to use this on my adjustable shelf because that's what I named it as, and I'm going to scroll over till we get to our rotations. I'm going to access my X rotation, and now I'm going to reference that new variable. So I'm going to type in equals ADJ underscore shelf underscore angle. And when I hit enter, I get a red 10 because it is not a hard value, it's actually a formula. So I'm going to go up to my close, I'm going to save it, and instead of returning back to my model space, I want to redraw it with that new change. So I'm going to select my product again, right-click on it, go to Draw Product, and I want to draw it as 3D still, and I have the choice without machining and with machining. I'm going to draw it with machining because I prefer all the detail. and now it's going to update my product. And now we have our adjustable shelf at an angle. If we access our prompts, we will see our adjustable shelf angle. Now it doesn't get thrown at the bottom of our list because I inserted it at row 10. So if I change that angle now to 25 degrees and redraw it, my shelf will be even more at an angle. So that's how we can go in and create our custom prompts.